Welcome to the Tribe UG podcast, episode number 13, season 3.
He was thinking.
If you are watching, Ian is not here with us. Ian, wherever you are, we are sending light, prayers, and love.
Allah!
Of course, to you and the entire family. As usual, I'm here with a gang, with a crew. Damzi's back, guys.
Damzi and Ian
After last week's slander, but yeah, we are looking for money for After Dark.
Damzi After Dark.
Hi guys, Dabzi here. I'm excited to be back. I missed last week, but here we are today. We are excited. I am today's guest. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but the formal is real.
The Count Markula in the building. Season 3, episode 13. Thank you for rolling with us. As usual, don't forget to subscribe. We've been seeing you. We thank the new subscribers for joining the fray. Those who are watching and you haven't, go
Subscribe, hit the notification bell,
all those things, all
so
of
you get an
them.
update every time we release a new episode.
But we are joined by a special guest to my right. And Felix, I let you...
Hey, you're going to let me?
I'm
Okay.
going to let
Just
you.
around, bro. Like,
Let me
Sorry, there's someone who's responsible.
let me embarrass everyone.
He's in charge of embarrassing the guests.
Guys, today we have an honor of hosting the girl who has it,
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
aka Akeine.
Niwe Akeine.
If you are a consumer of music, she's one of the most featured artists in the last, I want to say the last 2 years in the Ugandan music industry. One of the most featured artists. She has collaborated with everyone, pretty much everyone.
Who's
If
worth
she-
collaborating
If she hasn't collaborated with them, she has produced for them. If she hasn't produced for them, she has written for them.
Kwegamba.
All in all, we are honored
A
to
triple
have her
threat.
here
thank
today.
you. I
Thanks
have
for
been
coming
featured
through.
a lot. Yeah, I have to say it. I'm like, am I a studio?
Listen, when people
yeah,
want
We're here
good
for
things,
it.
It is what it
That's we're here for it.
we all
It's
remember
okay.
that phase when Lil Wayne was on everywhere.
Yeah,
Then there was
pretty
T-Pain
much,
as
yeah.
well.
And
Now
that
there's
was
Akeine.
Yay!
But
I'm so happy to be
as
here.
usual, I don't know if our producer briefed you, but normally we start with a song that defines your week. That has defined your week, pretty much.
Yeah, the soundtrack to your week, a song
Yes.
that resonates with how your week went. Tell us.
Yeah.
Well, not to sound like self-centered or anything, but like, honestly, I am going to choose Uninspired, a song by me and Lagum.
Yeah.
Yay.
And uninspired because that's how the week started, like very uninspired, just like guys. If you follow my Twitter, you'll see in real time my
Yes,
existential crisis.
I felt your lack of inspiration this
It was
week.
not there, but just like the song, it got better, and
Then Mark called, and then you're here.
I mean, I didn't say all that, guys. Don't quote me on that. But it just got better, I guess. It got better, so uninspired for sure.
Thanks
Yeah.
for being inspired to come to our podcast.
Of course.
Inspire to
I've always
aspire.
wanted to. I'm happy to be here.
Damzi.
No, you go next. Nonsense. Those things of thinking you can call out other people every time. Next, yes, Mark. Tell
I
her.
have suffered in life. But she's already fighting me, but Damzi is going to fight me more for my choice of song. So there was a Kobusinje, and she was telling me too many lies. And the song that came to mind with every lie that she
for
told.
once, you are not the one doing the lie. You are lying to you.
Hey, slander. But Kayaye by Munji. Because short girls got yaye, like he said.
Hi, Damzi.
Nafunya
Not to
Kamala
start the
Kapina
podcast.
There are
Kayaye.
two things that I want to fight
Short
about.
girls got yaye.
First of all, leave short girls. We're very special, okay? You know how they say, because of what?
Ulimwe chama.
So I need you to take that as your homework. Secondly, all these random mysterious kopsinges. Like, why do
By
I
the
find
way,
out on the podcast?
This is the second one. Even last week, he had
Okay.
another one.
Why am I? Okay, anyway, Felix, what's your song for the week?
Bala by Rodney Ma. On Wednesday, I went to Bala. There is his opening line on the song is Minyigo misana na chiro ebizibu bikoma ku dance floor. Were they
I like
on the
that.
dance floor and I
Wisdom.
forgot about all my problems.
That's wisdom right
I even
there.
forgot that it was raining outside. Well, it rained into Thursday morning.
So if problems
Thursday afternoon,
persist,
bye.
it's Bala.
Bala, and then get Nigos. So that's
Get niggas because if you come and down so follow.
I'm so dead. My song for the week is Niwe, Sitenda and Kalema. I was listening to Kalema's new I think it came out August, and that song was like, I really liked it. I thought it was a really, really good song.
Interesting, because he said Niwe and Isabel Yuji has a new song now. So I was like, I thought that's so. But yes, guys, check out all the Nawes that are there.
Every Niwe that exists. Do it. Niwe.
So guys, that's I think we need a playlist of all these songs.
What was your song last week?
Swimming Pool by Abdumlas.
I want to know this story. Why? Like you went to a swimming pool. What's the story here?
I know there is no story.
He withheld information for that time. We don't know.
There is
that
no
one
story.
he didn't tell us.
There is
We
no
need to
story.
look into the lyrics and see. There's going to be hints there.
Clues.
There's going to be hints there.
But Akeine, thanks for coming. So today the episode is featuring Akeine. We are featuring her since she's being featured everywhere.
Only right and just.
I'd like to ask, like, you've collaborated with, since we are mentioning that, you've collaborated with so many artists from Navio the Myth, Cohen, Joshua, Dennisy. Like, there's so many artists, younger, older, younger Chief, Wonder JR, a number of Wonder JRs actually. And how has that whole vibe been only after releasing your first EP last year? Start of the year?
Honestly, for me it was like a prayers coming true, because I remember getting into this industry and thinking, I don't know how I'm going to maneuver this. I don't know where to start from. Like, at least, I had my family Bantu vibe, so like that was a start. Yeah. And then after releasing Wanted and then Mpumuza with Conrad.
Mpumuza? Sorry.
I don't know, like, I guess Mpumuza did enough rounds, Wanted as well. And God just answered the prayers, guys. Like, people were calling me left, right, and center. Like, oh, we need you here. Especially the hip hop people. Like, hip hop people had me in a chokehold, bro. Like, I was like, come on, reggae community. But
you're the hip hop type. Do you know what I mean? Like, like in the sense that you know how like a lot of hip hop and R&B, so it's like the Ashanti of or the so yeah.
Someone called me the Mary J. Blige of UG. I was like,
okay. That's not a small compliment.
It's really not. I don't take it for granted.
I was going to say, whatever is happening at these hip hop studios, please don't choke people.
Come on, guys. We are professionals, okay? We're professionals. In out.
But allow me to ask, so if someone reaches out, right, to collaborate with you, like what's that one thing you look out for to be like, okay, I can jump on this song, to be like, oh no, this one I want, let me sit it out.
The beat of the song. If someone has already recorded, then maybe even their melody, because that's just very important to me. Like, the beat has to be beating in some kind of way. Or if it's not, if the beat is not like A class, at least let your melody sing to me. Like, my spine has to like I have to be like, ooh. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Or if I just hear like the potential, like that. Yeah.
Have you turned down any requests? I'm curious.
I have a couple.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you didn't, then your beat wasn't beating and her spine didn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm sure I told you though, so.
Yes, it is key. It is key.
Okay.
So I've reached out, you've listened to my beat, my melody is there, my beats are beating.
Yeah.
What's the creative process like?
Well,
because I know you produce, you write.
Yeah.
Have you had situations where you're like, you know what, let's redo the beat and tweak it here and there to make it much better?
I mean, maybe tweaking. I wouldn't say redo. Like, maybe I'll say, let's add this, or maybe the arrangement. Like, maybe in the chorus we can put this in, or in the verse we can drop that, and it comes back in the hook or the bridge. So yeah, there'll be a bit of tweaking. But as for the process, usually I'll definitely, if the person has already recorded something, I'll follow their story, and if I can relate to it, it's easier, then I'll write to it. If not, I just like, guys, imagination, delusion. Imagine myself in the situation, and then we move from there. But usually they actually want me to write the chorus first. So I don't know, my process, if I'm getting a beat first before me actually think about the song, I'll just feel what I feel like the melody is saying,
Okay.
like how it feels, how the song feels to me.
To you, yeah.
Then I translate that in words. Yeah.
So for most, I mean, okay, it's like 2-part question. For most of the collaborations you do you do your own writing?
Yes, I do.
You do for all the ones that you've done?
Not all. Let me see. The one with Maui Moon, Summertime, he came with the whole song complete, even the part I sang. And usually, because I really like writing, I think I actually prefer writing singing, if I'm being honest. I prefer writing singing, but so if you've already written something and I actually like it, then I'll sing it. But if I'm like, I can do better.
Okay.
Then I'll let you know. I'll be like, listen, I'm not feeling it. Exactly. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you, like you said, it's interesting to hear that you say you prefer writing to singing, because I consider you a really good writer.
Thank you.
Like a number of times, I think people
every
got
time I
tired of us
listen to
saying
you,
it.
I'm like, no, that's how you use English to your advantage. English and others. You know what I mean? Not these things of the cat, the boy, the toy. So I really, really like how you write. And
Thank you.
is that, just tell me a little bit about your writing journey. Have you always been a writer? Aside from writing music, do you do writing in other forms? And, kind of how easy or how hard is it for you?
At this point, it's quite easy. I won't lie to you. It's very easy right now because I started like at a very early age.
Okay.
Warning, it's about to get a bit deep. Okay, not that deep, but like
Turn the lights
growing
down.
up, there was
Damsey After Dark.
Wrong show.
Wrong podcast. That's for the Damsey After Dark podcast. Go on.
all right. So growing up, there was a lot happening in my life, and I think I didn't have an outlet. I didn't have a proper outlet for it. So I was just feeling all these emotions and not knowing what to do with them. So at first, it was like for me at school it was like art class because I don't know, the mind-hand connection. There's something about it that just helps you like release. And then, like I usually say, when I had a song by Aziz Azion sometime, what's the name of the song? And no, that's Jamal.
A song by
I love them
Aziz.
so much. But
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a song by Aziz with the guitar and everything where he's like sitting in like an unfinished building, and that melody, it felt like exactly what I felt
You were
like.
feeling.
Yeah.
Like I even cried in that. I didn't understand Uganda that well because I was really young. I was like maybe P4. But it did something, like it just unlocked something. And I found myself writing, and I've been writing ever since. Like I'll be in class and 10 minutes into the lesson, I'm like, turns the book behind. I will just start writing. I started hearing melodies. So at this point, writing is really easy for me because I've put in my 10,000 hours, 1,000 hours.
Do you do that as like a paid thing? Can people come to you for?
Yes.
Okay, guys,
For
you've
sure.
had it here
Definitely.
because I'm finna go and have my EP written.
Yeah. And you can describe to me a situation, and I'm really good at like empathizing
And putting yourself in that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Actually, that writing issue, let me ask you.
Yeah.
And this is from the fact that you said it's easy, but then also I'm looking at it from burning out. For example, I remember reading an interview of Lauryn Hill where she was like, you take your life experience and you put it into your first project in terms of writing and things like that. And then after you go on tour, so you don't get to experience new things. So by the time you are writing your second album, you are not on that level because the experiences are not there
Happening
to write
so fast
about.
also.
But then for you, how do you make sure you are not burning out, and B, like those emotions that spark to write something, like they're still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to make sure I don't burn out, honestly, first of all, I don't tire myself out. I'm not going to force it. If I don't feel it, I don't feel it. I'm not going to be there and lie and like get into my head. I'm like, God, I must. No. Like, I let it flow. It's always been easier when you let it flow, when you just let it flow through you. And I usually say, like, I feel like we artists, like, we even steal, like, from the ether or spirit or wherever you think we get these things from, because sometimes you're literally just hearing sounds like a mad person.
Underwater,
You just
you
hear
throw eggs
things.
in there, you go.
Honestly, because like things are just coming from nowhere. So if
Yeah.
you force it, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to
Yeah.
burn out so
Okay.
easily. But though recently I did have like my first what they call it, writer's block.
Yeah.
That was so strange. I was like, what's happening? Am I malfunctioning? Am I dying? Is that how I go? I was so bothered. I was seeing the bright white light, like, and I realized it's only because the producer I was working with then challenged me to not only write about like emotions,
Feelings,
but
yeah.
exactly write about random
Wow.
things like. And I ended up writing about. I remember that time I was going somewhere and I didn't feel like locking my hair because I hate locking my hair because it hurts.
Yeah.
So I wrote about that, and like writing a second verse, guys, has been the hardest thing in my life, because the first one I was like, okay, then he's like, but now you have to give back. Like the direction he was giving me is so new to me. It's actually still happening. I'm still writing that song, and yeah. But other than that, usually just let it flow. Is what I can
Do you
tell
enjoy that challenge?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't lie. I do.
I have a
I do.
two-part for you. The first one is to tell you that your attitude adjuster is ready and behind
Oh,
you.
you guys, I'm fucking happier. If you thought I was cool now, wait for it.
The second one is still with regard.
Tell the people that drink can only be found at Nihati.
Yes, guys, don't ask us what an attitude adjuster is. Find it here at Nihati, like
Nice.
Akeine did. But the second one is still with regard to the writing, because Damzi, we've talked about this here a number of times of how we enjoy your writing, and like for seasons, because we started last season saying this, and we've said it a number of times this season. But one of the things I like, aside from, and you hit on it earlier, aside from the actual words and everything and the melodies, is also your arrangement. You mentioned that earlier. I like a good arrangement. I feel like, I talk about it so many times, I feel like so many artists have, maybe they're good singers or they're good rappers, but the way they structure a song tends to stress my life. And I really get that. I constantly or consistently get the proper, not that there's a certain way that it's, but like a very clever or a very intentional arrangement in a lot of the stuff that you do. So I like how important, I know you hit on it, so I assume it's important, but like, yeah, how much do you consider words, melody, arrangement? How much do you consider that in your writing?
Also, as you answer that,
Okay.
for guys who are not like music heads out there who are watching, you can probably explain to them what arrangement
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So arrangement is basically the flow of the song. Let's say if you're going to start maybe with a chorus, then verse, then chorus, or maybe the verse, then maybe like
A bridge
Pre-hook.
or something.
that's the thing. When it comes to bridge and hook, guys,
Pre-hook.
I feel like
We're not clear.
yeah, because okay, maybe in my opinion, a bridge is like, you know, when the song's about to end, as if,
Yes.
and then there's that bridge
That's-
from the last maybe chorus or verse
Yes.
that goes maybe
That's the bridge for
transposes
me
or
as
something.
well.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
that's like it bridges back to the chorus.
Yes.
Then like there was the hook. The hook hooks like the verse to
To the chorus, yeah.
Yeah, so
Then
maybe
what's
you're
a
going to have
pre-hook?
like a verse.
The hell?
Some people call a chorus a hook.
And then
So
the
then the-
pre-hook.
yeah,
okay, so
then the
semantics,
hook is
really.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just semantics.
And then the
Okay.
hook is a pre-hook. But it's really all the same. So like you say, that matters to me definitely. Because it's like telling a story. You're not trying to go back and forth and back, and then you go somewhere else. And I mean, you can decide to start with like
Sorry.
the end and then come back to the beginning in a smart way, you know, foreshadow, what, all these things, all these poetic ways. So it definitely matters because you want to tell a story. You want to deliver a vibe like that in a way that it makes sense. So definitely, like, arrangement is key. And honestly, like, there are a few songs that they will take forever in studio, and guys, I just release. And for me, it's like, no,
It doesn't
the
feel-
arrangement still, yeah, it doesn't feel like everything is ready. Like, we've recorded, but the arrangement needs to make sense as well. So yeah, that's important.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. We did mention the projects earlier and all that. So I it was just something I thought about at some point in the week, and I'm like, you know, when you collaborate on a project and you know your song, you've done it and it's, you know, it's ready, and then let's say the project drops, do you go back and listen to like the other work that the people did, or you're like, may I just listen to my song, it's kawaii, so,
I mean,
or you're like, can I listen to mine, it's kawaii.
yeah, I think I do that before. Like, the minute you told me, I want to collaborate and everything, I make my research. I'm like, okay, maybe I may like the beat, but I need to know what you're about, like how you've been doing before, like what your sound is like.
But I'm saying, like, if the new project is finally out, let's say an example. I hope I don't give this example that you did listen to the project, but like let's say Baru's project,
Yeah,
Longitude 20, and you know, you have your song on there. So then the project drops So do you listen to like the whole?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I was like, I did my work and I went. Or are you like interested in seeing like what other people did in the work that you gave them? And like,
no, it was a whole project. So I did, and particularly because I was really, really curious because these are just producers and they've got like a bunch of other artists to come onto their project. So that one I was very invested in listening to everything, and what a project. Well done. Very well done. Yeah.
Your production, you co-produce a lot of your own music.
Yeah.
Have you, and I guess this is a very ignorant question because I should know, but I don't. Have you produced like any other artists, like purely done production?
No, I have not. And because when it comes to production, it's like my, let's say if I'm writing is up there, then singing.
Oh, production is okay.
So it's like I am working on producing, but right now I am working on producing the songs on my album. I am working on like maybe 1 or 2 songs for other artists, but then I'm not as active as I am with the rest. And also when it comes to production, to be honest, like I enjoy but I enjoy most in production is making the beats, like putting the instruments together and everything. And then when it comes to like having to like edit and mix them, I'm like, ugh.
Okay.
Can I just send someone else? But yeah, so that's why I've taken my time on it.
So it's like your least used superpower.
Exactly. But I feel like it's going to pick up at some point when I get comfortable with it. The moment I get comfortable with it, guys, it's over.
Me and all that, I like the part where she said working on songs for her album. So I'm like, album coming soon. So like if you hear me like in next season saying, hey, we are supposed to have an Akeine. Don't look worried. Yeah. And guys, if you want more secrets like the ones she just spilled, please continue to support the podcast and send some money to 624404. That's 624404. Yes.
So now, let me ask. This is from a business standpoint, right? We have demand and supply, right?
Sounding like economics out here.
No. Demand and supply. In a sense that there is, let me say, demand for a lot of Akeine in terms of the music out there, like the collaborations, all that. So, to some extent, I don't know if you have a team or a manager. Don't you guys worry that, you know what? Maybe there's too much Akeine out there. Maybe we need to sort of like pull back again.
Do some
cause I demand, and so that when the album comes, people really are like, we have been missing Akeine.
Maybe she was.
I mean,
or you are just enjoying it to be like, you know what? Let me give people everything that I have in my
high key that, because if it was up to me. As me, let me tell you, like I'll probably be dropping like every week. I'll be doing like an LG. You know, LG won't announce. You just find new music there always.
On its timeline.
So I feel like I have that. Like I want to do that because for me, I get excited, and also the way I get excited is the same way I get over my own songs quickly.
Really?
Yeah. So if like there's a song we're supposed to drop, and they're like, we have to drop it. Somebody wait 6 weeks. And like by the time it drops, I'm so over it. Like my hype is for the next, the other one.
Now doesn't that pose a challenge for now the team who is trying to market the song?
Really, not exactly.
Because if the owner is not excited about it.
I mean, to be fair, I have listened to it a lot in studio. Like from
so you kind of get over it.
Yeah. But then by the time I'm like, guys, this is a song we're pushing. They're excited. They have the energy. Thank God. Because definitely you can't be everything entirely. Like when you try to spread yourself out that much, you just spread yourself out thin. And so it's very important to have other people who have that energy. They have that sort of energy that
they represent you.
They can represent it. They'll push, they'll do this, they'll do that. And that's amazing, and I'm so grateful for them. So
do you want to give them a shout out, like by name? Guys,
if you know, you know.
I'm trying to get them gigs.
Yeah.
Some people know that there's that guy who does the damn thing.
That guy who works with Akeine. If I get him on my project.
Nah, shout out the team generally. You know yourselves. Like, Because I know there's people who are like, we're not trying to exactly, do too much.
Yeah.
They're like, for you, we shall do this, shall do that. I know. It's like, guys, they're so sweet.
I have
nice.
something random.
The A team. Shout out the A team.
The A team, Akeine team.
Yeah.
But I have something random.
Yeah.
Shock.
Hey. I'm not random. You had don't the people are seeing. Anyway, you had the elephant as your cover for the EP. Check out the EP, guys. Be focused. It's almost 2 years late. Please, let's be guided. But like you had the elephant. I see a lot of elephant talk on your timeline, and at first I thought it was just. Then I saw you're an Arsenal fan, and I wondered if it was related. But anyway,
Is Arsenal on the? And then
no, they've been like last season. They were all.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember the meme.
But like so I'm like, what's the elephant story? As I need to understand, like,
guys, I can't even explain it. Like, an elephant just feels like family to me. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I see an elephant and I'm like,
It raises so
and
many
it just feels so familiar.
when I told you it was
feels a bit
random.
familiar. I don't know. I love them. I love their nature. I love that they are.
Majestic.
They're majestic, but they are big. Like, you will notice them. They have presence, but they don't exactly call for it like that. Like, it's not like attentions. It's just who they are. They also do not forget. Can hold grudges sometimes, but like.
Are you team petty? Are you team petty?
Kinda.
Okay.
It depends, but I'm trying to do better.
Why?
We have to be mature. Honestly, why?
Why?
Why? I have a lot to think about, guys.
Cool.
But everything about them, they're matriarchal.
Yeah.
Yes,
they
I said
are,
that. I went there,
actually.
and
Yes,
they're about
are.
family as well. They care about their family, and I don't know. They just feel so familiar. They feel right.
Interesting.
They feel right. I love them. I always will.
Uganda Wildlife Life Authority. Ambassador Uno, Dumulesi.
happily, like I would, 100% would.
Wow.
So,
Interesting.
manager, do the thing.
Quickly.
The A team. So, you see, I want to talk about. I mean, you're relatively new artist, and you've traversed the industry as a new artist, pushing themselves. And so, what would you think? I just want to say one of the best things that you've experienced as a new artist. I said, one of the things that you feel has helped you move, something that has been that you think the industry has is good, that has helped you progress. Also, something maybe on the other side, maybe something that has maybe been an obstacle for you. Something positive or something.
Okay. I would say that people have definitely helped me move a lot. The fellow creatives, like from producers to fellow artists to just music lovers, like the Tribe UG and everyone. Like, you guys have made it very, like, the momentum. Like I said in the beginning, I had really was just throwing darts in the dark. Like, wherever it lands, and this is where it landed. So it's been amazing. Like, just having people believe in you so much. Like, for example, when I was doing the EP, Niwe Akeine, the EP, it was mostly Axon's idea, to be honest. He's like, listen, you have a good sound. I really, really like your sound. Let's work together. Let's do this. So that's how that came about.
Your Axon. Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. And now I'm working like Andy Music, who is also just been super warm and welcoming. And yeah, all these people, the other artists, like you said, I have a lot of songs with Wanda JR. Just have been putting me on. Guys, like so many people. The Myth as well, who has been helping me, like getting like radio interviews, introducing me to the rest of the industry generally. So I would definitely say that people have been amazing. When it comes to obstacles, I guess obstacles. Somehow it's also still people.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Like somehow it's
I was
also
willing to bet
being
it was
people.
going to be that.
I like this answer. It's a buy one, get one free with people.
Exactly. Like I guess there are beautiful sides and and not so good sides as well, because sometimes some people will like literally intentionally hinder
Or sabotage.
or sabotage you. And I don't know, it's been very weird in that segment, but again, still not the same people, still people come through to save the day at the same time. It's like, listen, the people you've touched. Like no one can tell them any different.
So how do you pick your people? I mean, knowing that it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like people are going to be good, people are going to be terrible. How are you constantly conscious of who is your people?
Honestly, at first, definitely I go in with like,
have you cut some
yes,
people? Okay,
yes,
cool.
I have, and they know themselves. Probably going to watch it, and like it's all love still, but like also, wow, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Anywho, Anywho, like at first you don't know. You go in intuitively, and the thing is, with me, like if I feel like we're starting to form a bond, like I'm going to present myself wholly, because really the time to like mask and everything, it's a lot of work. It's tiring. It's like, listen, you're going to accept me or not.
It is what it is.
You understand?
Yeah.
So like I will present myself to who I feel at first is like, could be on the team and everything. And we go from there. If things don't work out, I mean, it's fine as well. It's not by force. You understand? Right. It's not by force. If things, you don't. You understand?
That reminds me, there's a saying in business that says, money comes from people, but people are all shades of drama.
Hey.
So, when we are looking for coins, when we are looking for money out there,
sips drink.
Just know, the people can bring it, but then also some can bring it with kavuyo.
Terms and conditions apply.
And things like that.
But regardless, I'll still, because if I feel like there was something that brought us together in the first place, I'll still respect that. I'll still support you from a distance. Whatever you think about me, whatever propaganda you're putting out there about me. Because of anyway, like it's all love still is all I'm saying.
Now, there's one thing I say, not we, but I said on the podcast, and I'm like, with all the music that Akeine has put out, the collaborations, things like that, I would love to see like an Akeine event.
Showcase of
or a showcase where it's
it's
just
crazy you talk about that.
Where it's just Akeine and everyone who has collaborated with Akeine tags along to
it's crazy
to support.
It's really crazy you talk about that.
My question, are we going to see something like that?
Yeah.
And then also for you, how do you see live performances, especially when you're creating music? Do you create and like you envision performing that song, and how do you see the crowd responding to your performances?
Like I was saying, it's really well that you talk about that, because it's been on my mind for like the last month. I've been trying to talk to a few people, just thinking about how I can do like an Akeine event. An Akeine experience, because I mean the music is there, the people are there, so
the elephants are there.
The elephants are there. The elephants is there. Like, cannot ignore the elephants in the room. So I am definitely looking forward to that, and I have grown to really love performing live.
Yeah.
At first it was like I said, because I had this bias of like, even when I started out like in high school, when I was because I started with Cohen.
Yeah.
So at first in my head I was like, I'm just going to be a ghostwriter in the industry. I'll be writing for like Cohen and I'll never, you understand? But now here I am singing.
But then you also wrote for Cohen, so
still. But I grew to love live performance, especially like with a live band, like let's say with like a local drums, and I love those, like just the acoustic feeling. But even when I performed with like a dope for blankets, amazing. The chemistry was so good. The sound was amazing. Like I love it so much. So for me, live performance is definitely something you can expect from an Akeine concert.
I'm going to weirdly shout out Akadope, because it's interesting how many artists Akadope have performed with over the years, whether it's at Blankets or others.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how they're just comfortable shifting, like that ability to adjust and adapt. Of course, they're pros.
Akadope is like dope.
First of all,
it's
in the name.
Shout out,
like,
you guys are doing the damn thing.
and man, I'm very, like, just because we've mentioned, I even have to another special shout ups, because Essie, man, that voice confuses my life. You know, there's an Akadope album on the streaming platforms that people for some reason don't know about. Guys, please, we're here to put you on. Please, when we say these things, check them. That first track with Essie sounds like something that should be in Pocahontas. So like it sounds like
Pocahontas,
Disney movie, Disney
Yeah.
cartoon, something theme song. Like, listen, I hear it and I think a whole new world. Like, Aladdin, like I'm real. Like I've gone. Like I hear that drum, I'm like, yeah. So all in all, my random Pocahontas jazz aside, like guys, Akadope, you're doing the damn thing.
Shout out, by the
The
way.
dope band.
There are not so many things that confuse Mark's life. So Essie, so Essie, well
Check
done.
on your boy. Check on your boy, Essie. Check on your
Damsi
boy.
has a different
No, it's
side
not.
of the
So
story.
let's take your story. Let's take your side for today. But
God. I see these people are going a random route. So let me just ask you also something. Like I said, new work being done. A lot of people have put out music, both new and old artists.
Yeah.
But this year, since we are putting people on to stuff, if you can name one project that one album or song, something that you've rinsed and you feel like whoever, like this person did this work and it was a mashup.
I think for a project, I am still going to go back to the Barrow and Kabu, Longitude 20. Because the production was amazing.
Yeah.
Probably among the best productions that we have received as Uganda, to be honest, because the heart they put into it.
Yeah.
Kabu was like up and down. Like maybe it's because I also got to witness like a bit of it.
Yeah.
But even when I listened to everything like cohesively as like one, I was blown away. As for a single, guys, there are so many. Let me see. Guys, singles are so many. I can't
Just
lie.
one. Or if you want to give me.
Right
you can
now,
give
the
me.
one that's ringing in my
Okay.
head for some reason is Chitintale. I don't know why. Chitintale by Ilji, Cavalli, Unity. I really liked it. But even his project overall, Ilji's project for Harry, was also the fact that it had like every song was like a different flavor. It's like it was like testing, like when you just testing it at, like going to a restaurant. And then, like this one has like fish, the other one eating ice cream, the other one is something different. Like the other
From
one is
fish
like
to ice cream.
I'm telling you.
oh my god.
Okay, like guys, don't do that. Don't erase whatever he has said. Okay.
It all
But yeah,
sounds
you
fishy.
get that.
Damsi. I'm sorry.
That was
Just
about
dry
just
joke. Oh my!
you.
It's not even Wednesday.
Just you.
Come on.
Damsi, is there, like, since we're at it, is there like something that you've rinsed this year, whether it's a song or a project, like either or one that that you'll tell the people, like, I mean, we've talked about songs here and you've given positive reviews for a number, but is there one that you go back every now and then and tell people, like, listen?
So a project that really grew on me this year was Elijah Kitaka's Bedroom Essentials. I remember we did like a review
Yeah.
here of it, and like at first I was like, it's not bedroomy enough.
Yeah.
Which I still think is true.
Yes.
But
the
songs are really good.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those that has really, really, really grown on me, and I love it. I love it. I love
Nice.
it.
Oh, small shout out to also Agaba Banjo. He has outdone himself this year, and like he has enough bangers as well. Like, come on, like. I even know how to start, just guys, just go and listen because he put out like what 2-3 EPs this
3.
like, and the year hasn't even ended.
Yeah.
And like he's just been making rounds, and yeah, he's been amazing as well. I think he's worth the time.
Felix.
Okay.
Eddie.
It's how he responded. Like he didn't know he was there.
There's not very many people up here. Really. It's just 4 of us.
Like me.
It's like he was expecting them to talk to the other person behind him.
Yeah.
Even Hassan is laughing.
We have broken the whole whatever
But
is
Mark, you
broken.
go next. Let Felix recover. You go next.
Oh, I also need to recover. But song, I would say Relief by Loena, because it's
Yeah.
one of those it was really, really good. And like the first time I listened, I was like, we're listening to a lot of music that week because we had stuff to review. So we're trying to get through the list. And I listened and I enjoyed it. I thought she sang well. And then later, now when we're done with that and I could now listen I'm like, first wait, she's written this very nicely and it sang so well. I literally just shared it again with someone yesterday because they shared with me some American song that was in that vibe, but not as good. And I was like, yes, I'm going to have the one up on this one. And I shared, and they're like, okay, I see you. So that one for me was, yeah. And then for project, I would agree with you on Baru and Kabu because, from Nzala to the end, and like, because Nzala is track one and it's a problem. And even last time when we were at 256 Mix and Beats, Jeff has played one of the songs and like the whole week people were still telling me there's that song that was like I'm a piano but Ugandan but I was hearing the language that one, and I was like, yeah, Nzala, it's the one. I remember Jeff was playing it, and I remember that Chapat and I were there doing random shuffles. But yes, all in all,
so well done.
That song is a problem. Even me, I was somewhere in hospital and then they're saying there's this song, it's a piano, but then there's a soga on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I'm a piano guy. I'm there. So I'm like, which one is that one? So when they put out the artwork, I was like, this one I know. This is from our people, Baru and Kabu. Yeah, but for the project, I will have to go with Rodney's My Name is Rodney. For some reason, that project just keeps...
It keeps going back in our...
You just keep appreciating it, and every time you listen to it, you are like, you know what? This is a good project. You get to appreciate it more. Yeah, so I will to get landing out. No single.
I want to ask Akeine, of all the collabos you've done, right? 3 of your favorites.
Pressure.
No.
A piece
for
of
any
pressure
reason,
right now.
whether it's because the song was you felt it was one of the dope ones, or maybe because the
For
experience
no particular
creating
reason,
it,
or
whatever
the vibe, or the person.
whatever. Or how the song.
What are your
whatever.
3 favorite ones?
I'm going to start with Gonja. With
Yes.
Wanda JR.
Yes, love
That
that.
song is, I don't know. For me, in my head, it's like a classic. I was like, I didn't even like. I listened to it and I'm like, was that me? I had the privilege. What? Like that one, just like easily. First of all, Gonja.
Gonja. Is it produced by Dag? Mizzo.
Na. Was it?
Yeah.
Was it? I could have been. I think it was. I don't know, guys. Like, it was a
Doug,
long,
we are
long,
sorry.
long time. maybe I don't know.
If we're making a mistake, sorry. Disclaimer made.
Which other one? Oh my God, guys!
There are
They're giving
many
me a
to
thinker because there's so many.
Whatever comes to mind first. So it's like for those who are listening, who have collaborated,
No particular order.
Don't catch feelings. Yeah, I put her on the spot, so you know. Yeah.
I'm going. Does it? Should it be like someone else's song that I?
No, it could be. It could be from your
yours
project. Yeah.
Saving My Love. And that's not just because Damsey was singing it alone.
I'm so happy. Like,
But
I'm so happy.
The number of times we talked about that song here.
already,
Yeah.
No, that came out
That's
better
a
than I
fire song.
expected.
Yeah.
So
fire
I guess
song.
Check
that's
it out,
why.
guys.
Yeah, and also just getting to do it with like my best friend. It's like amazing. It's like, come on. Yeah. Third. Oh my days. You guys, is it allowed for me to pass?
No, it's okay.
Can I pass?
No, it's okay. It's
Because there's so many. Like I
you
don't
said
know.
the answer I wanted, so I'm willing to
You
let it.
were looking for that. You were looking for that the
I
whole
wasn't, but
time.
I'm glad it came, so I'm willing to let it pass.
So
But yeah, to everyone I've collaborated with. But by the time I did, trust me, it's because I actually like the song. So please don't.
Nice.
No hard feelings.
no, not really.
Thank you.
But guys, you've heard, check out the work because there's a lot of good stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
And check out Gonja with Wanda JR and Saving My Love with Cohen. And then check out the rest, and maybe in the comments you can tell us which your favorite Akeine collaboration is.
Please.
And
Yeah, that would be
maybe
dope, yeah.
she can tell you the secret story that happened behind
Tell us so that she can start preparing for the live Akeine experience and they will be
Yeah.
performed in
Honestly.
the order of the most minstrel.
You understand? Should even run a poll at this point. Like,
And the performance will be A class because, no? Okay.
Like, I'm going to chest you. But anyway, let's
Today
go.
I'm far from
In fact,
Damsey
let me
again.
write notes for Rudeni. I'm going to send them to him. You deserve a beating.
So again, for you as a writer,
yeah.
who is that Ugandan artist whose writing you appreciate? You'll be like, that artist is one of
Interesting.
the people with a pen game I admire.
Oh, enjoy.
Artist or writer.
This is in general, not urban music
Yeah,
alone, like
yeah.
in general.
Any.
It's crazy because I would say from long time, Jamal. I've always loved Jamal. Like the few things I would understand in Uganda, that few, I'd be like, yes, sir. Keep preaching. I appreciate you. Yeah. And then, like currently, and this is weird because they even look alike and almost kind of ish sound alike. Genesis, and again, he usually writes in Uganda as well. But I don't know. There's just something very crafty and poetic about their writing that I really appreciate. They don't say things like you say. It's not just cat boy. That guy. That is a girl. It's like Yeah. So I think I really appreciate those writers. Let me see. I also Mutono. You guys, by the way,
Mutono is a really good writer.
It's crazy how I fangirl for Mutono so hard in uni, and when the same university. Meanwhile, but I didn't know that. So my friend sent me the his song "Man Like M."
Yeah.
And I sent a voice note. I was just fun. Actually, Mutono, if you have that voice note, I don't mind if you use it in a song. I don't care. You have my blessing. Exactly. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, you have my blessing. Please go ahead and use that voice note because I stand by it. He is such a good writer. Nice. It's insane.
No, he is a really good writer. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll start from there. Then maybe next would come me. But yeah.
Don't whisper it. Say it with your chest.
Me.
Okay.
Yes. I am the one.
Yes. So, allow me, since we have been talking about writers, to ease not the tension, but to ease the seriousness in the episode, I'm going to throw a couple of lyrics your way. You have to guess the artist.
Don't judge me if I fail.
And and the name of the song. The beauty about it, you guess, so there's no failing. You can choose any of these people to help you.
Oh, okay.
And if they fail, they have to put 10K on 624404.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are going to start in a easy.
First of all, I heard that you say the lyrics like you're reading.
The news.
Is that intentional or you just
it is.
Or you just talk like that?
Or you just talk like that?
It is because you see, if I read with like a melody, guys may guess quickly the song.
I see.
So now we are going to start in a easy, and today I have few. So we are going to start easy. Olagawanga sina kukuta. Take esimu yo mu silent. Mukubogola embwa za mwenkambwe. Let me tell you everything every night. Bwobayo mami nzigulira. Ontikule netiso mukwano mungi. Olagawa nga sina kukuta.
Oh my God, really get twice.
Likewise.
Take esimu yo mu silent. Mukubogola embwa za mwenkambwe. Let me tell you everything every night. Bwobayo mami nzigulira. Ontikule netiso mukwano mungi.
So the good news is this is not like gun to head because I would be dead. Immediately I'd have died. So I guess what I'm saying is pass.
Mark Damsey.
Sips drink.
I honestly have no clue.
This one didn't even ring.
There's not even a chime. Not even wind chimes. Nothing.
This is Wizo Manizo. Wobayo. Even the name is in the song. In the lyrics I read, Wobayo. Wobayo.
No. What are you picking, man?
I don't think I know the song either.
Now this second one is easy, and I can't even feel this one.
That's what you said about the first one. Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
Mbulira manye ensonga. Racho ninza.
I know this song. Manye ensonga. Racho ninza.
Is it
Enriti guy?
My love.
Yeah, so when we were doing research, we saw a picture of you and Enriti guy in the studio.
Yes.
So like we need to tap in. We need to tap into it.
Immediately. This is how I got excited. Like,
That's
my G right there.
The last one. Every time I close my eyes, you are the only one that I see. You're always on my mind, baby. Why can't you see? You are the one.
Sorry, but can we talk about how he's saying it?
Exactly. Every time.
Okay, sorry. Now
And
let's
this one,
listen.
if Mark doesn't get this one, guys,
I'm already like.
if Mark
feels
doesn't get this
familiar.
one,
No, it's very.
It feels
if Mark
familiar.
doesn't get this one,
Can we cheat? Can we?
no. Come on.
Go on.
He didn't even finish. Go on.
Every time I close my eyes, you are the only one that I see. You always on my mind, baby. Why can't you see? You are the one.
No, that's not him.
No, it's not. It's the way he's reading it.
Is it Cohen?
No, it's not
No,
correct. I
it's
can't
not
read
correct.
it with a melody.
No.
This sounds very familiar. I'm going to be mad.
No, baby. Every time I close my eyes.
And I'm not
every
reading
time I see-
because
Read it again. Read it again. Read it again.
okay, let's
This
read
it
it.
feels
like a
so
touch of
familiar.
melody.
There's no way.
But like,
Give us a clue.
And you see,
Give us a clue.
and you see, because we
Come
have a
on.
writer as a guest, I had to sort of like go look for things and make sure I read them in the wrong way.
Every time I hear it sounds
You're doing
so
great.
familiar.
You're doing great.
good job.
Every time I close my
Perfectly.
eyes, you are the only one that I see. You always on my mind, baby. Why can't you see?
Wait.
You're
Is
the
this
one.
Mutono?
No.
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 This sounds so familiar, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it
be
is.
mad. I'm gonna be mad.
No, I'm going to be very annoyed because I can, like.
I know it's
I'm
like
trying to
here,
please.
but it's also not
The other
there.
one-
No, yeah.
The other first one was a lie. This one, I'm sure that we should know.
I don't know. It's okay. You've taken my money. Just tell us. Just tell us.
Michael Ross, you're the one.
Why would I? Why Mark?
Mark,
I'm trying to understand.
you're breakdancing body.
It's now Ian.
I'm just going to sip my drink because like
No, it's
I
Michael
was-
Ross, you're
yeah.
the one.
Are you done?
Yeah. That's all we have for today.
One more, guys. Let me give you a musical game where you will actually know the answers.
Wama. We appreciate you.
Let's take a trip. We're going to go back in time to a song that takes you. The fuel is that song. A song that takes you back in time to a specific moment, person, whatever, something, and you tell us what it takes you back to. Yeah.
A song that takes me back. Recently, and since it's not just because I'm now working with a person, maybe it is. Is Out of Control by Henry Tigan. You guys, when I listened to that song, I was like, wow. I don't even know how to say wow. Like, what's a deeper word for wow?
Whoa.
That
I'm sorry.
Mark. Okay.
It's not even Wednesday, guys. Anyway, yeah. Basically, that song, I don't know, like it changed something in me. And, guys, not me spilling the tea here, but like, because
Sweet.
that song was engraved in my mind. And I was young. I was really young by the time he released it. But I was like, listen, if I ever get the chance, I am going to work on this song, do a remix with him.
Ooh.
And it's happening. And it's happening.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
we're doing
You
a
heard it
remix.
here
of the song.
first.
You had it here first. You actually did hear it here first.
Exciting.
It is. It
But,
was amazing having him in studio.
Speaking of
like,
Henry Tigan, he had a stretch where he had Ugandan music on
that's
lock.
true.
like he had us in a chokehold, and I
yeah.
was there for
First
it.
it
I
was a
was.
hip hop artist. Now it's
I was
Henry
ready.
Tigan.
There's been different seasons in
understand?
this music industry. Like it's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And now it's
Yeah.
like he's doing stuff with bands, and
Yeah.
whenever I watch him perform, it is.
Oh, and he's
it's dope.
amazing. Like
It's dope.
he's
It's dope.
he's also like a good mentor.
So you guys are doing like a remake, or
nice.
you're doing a remake, or you are,
remake.
or you're
What's the
touching it a
difference?
bit, and
You will find out
Basic.
when it drops.
Stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned.
Stay tuned.
Don't touch that dial.
she was
Don't
going to,
touch
she was going
that
to
dial.
answer. She was going to
Mark
answer.
is-
But now
Mark
she's
is just
not,
the
so-
blocker of all wonderful
But now she's
things.
not. But
Felix?
basically, yeah, just stay tuned. All I'm saying is like,
Oh, that's
I'm
exciting.
happy to
looking
jump
forward
onto
to
that song. Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that.
kind of.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, shout out
It
to
is, no, it
Henry
is.
Tigan.
Felix, to where?
Ha.
Trip.
We first go to Damzia first.
Well, last time I said Damdi, they almost beat me.
Hey,
I'm still trying to think of the place where the
For
song
me,
takes me.
a song that takes me back is surprisingly Tindatine.
No, that's sweet. That's
Tindatine, you know why? Because I went to school in Bara.
Yeah.
I went to school in Bara for a certain period of my life, and That's the period when that song came out.
It
So
found
whether
at
you
the
wanted
source.
or whether you not, you had to learn this song.
Why
you
you
know,
did,
so
why
like
you
it
don't?
takes me back to like Mbara days, and it's one
You
of
had to
those.
write it in those books that had songs.
You don't write. Everyone knows it. like you learn by osmosis. That kind of thing. Yeah, it was one of those.
It was like the second school anthem after that.
Something like that. Yeah. But also I had such a bomb time in Bara. So
Oh, dope.
it's
Okay, it has to be Ugandan.
Yes.
Interesting.
As always.
Like how you're asking as if you're a newcomer. Anyway, Mark, you first tell us.
Now the website is the child.africa, so
let's
you
wait
know.
for the newcomer to organize
Okay.
himself.
So in the spirit of the two recent, there's been multiple, but of two of the recent concerts in the last week or so, off Navio's debut album, there's Navio featuring the Myth and Maurice Kyria, Revolution, and it's still an amazing song. Listen to it. I listened to it earlier today as I made that decision, and it takes me back to a certain point in time where I was somewhere, at the time of Navio's. I was all around, somewhere, around. And that project dropped, and I was excited. It's his debut album after, first solo album. And that song was very, very dope. And I really enjoyed that. And listening to it today and enjoying it again today was like, yeah, they did the damn thing. So
Okay.
yeah, and dope to see that both of them had concerts recently. So
Yeah.
they're
Shout
still
out.
doing the damn thing all these years
Shout
later.
out to them. Congratulations to both Navio and Maurice Kyria for putting up such amazing shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Aha,
I'm going
Utuse.
No. You see, all these 20 years, 10 years, yada. It kind of reminded me of Hot 100 Days. And seeing Mackenzie hosting the Navio concert, it really brought back those Hot 100
That was
Days.
very symbolic, yeah.
And for me, the song has to be the Bugumu remix. Navio, Peter Miles, The Myth, and Vampos.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was
Interesting.
Right.
But you see, any song that has Peter Miles, you guys, let us be very respectful.
Chapat is going to
Let us be
agree
very
with you fully
respectful
because I see where
because
you're
that
going.
Peter Miles is that's a bad man.
That guy.
He
That's a
retired
bad man.
early.
He's that guy.
Retired early.
That's
but,
a bad man.
should come out and bless
No,
us.
we are
Come
going
out
to
and bless us with one
fetch him
song.
out.
I tell you,
One
those
thing I've
things.
noticed about the new wave and everything, they are fishing people out. Like, I'm sorry, you influenced me.
Come back.
But that's a good thing.
Come back.
actually.
Yeah.
And for me,
I love
when
it.
I see like old school, new school, if that's one way to put it, collaborating, like it's so beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
It's such a good mashup.
And it
Full circle moment.
bridges the gaps among the fans.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's
true.
you were, we did an episode with Navio 2-3 episodes ago,
Yeah,
and one of the things he said, which was very dope, because you're here, so I can say it again to the people. Damzi asked Navio his favorite songs
you say
of
tie-dye.
his big, no, not the tie-dye thing of artists he would listen to, but his favorite songs from his very big collection of songs, and he said Sunset Drift. That's the first song
Yeah.
he mentioned, and like Akeine is on it, so that's something dope. And he said his son sings it to him every morning.
But no, it's a very beautiful song.
It
Like,
really
just
is. That's
it
my
feels
jam.
wholesome.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it. Just feels wholesome.
feels wholesome.
Yeah, it has a wholesome vibe to it. Like,
Like,
yeah, if you get it, you get it. Yeah,
If you don't,
like forget about it.
say such things like, oh, it feels wholesome. What do you mean? Like what? Wholesome
Wholesome.
what? Like,
Like if there's a
whole
light
joy,
shining from like
whole
your heart,
happy,
just
whole-
like innocent,
Drifting
pure,
into the sunset.
and yeah, and just amazing.
Damzi, are you going to shock us?
no, whenever ever. Whenever ever. So I want to ask very simple questions as always.
I'm scared.
As always, what's the most useless talent you have?
Useless. I can
Yeah.
move my ears on command.
We're looking at you
But
like,
you know,
We're literally waiting for it to happen.
Okay.
I was going to say, but you know, elephants do that. So
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask. Like, are you serious? laughing when I tell you we're just connected. I'm an elephant in human form right now. Okay, so anyway, I getting this.
Yes.
I have to stop smiling, guys. Hold on.
Oh, you can't do it when you're smiling.
Not really.
Okay, cool. Oh my God.
Did you get that? Let me do it again.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Useless, but I do it.
That's
Yeah.
wow. I didn't expect that question to be answered that quickly. And that well. Well done.
Thank you.
Mark, what's your most useless talent?
What? I mean, after moving over here, what am I going to do? Like, what is this? But we can't film that one. No. I have something random, as I often do. But it's not a top ear movement. But as we know, the people that are around me know, I remember a lot of stuff, right? And especially when it comes to birthdays and dates and stuff. And you see, it can be useful but then, man, it's very useless to remember dates of people, like birthdays of people you're uninterested in, like completely.
Who are like not
you know, like people.
You're like, why do you remember this?
Like, I know, I just remember, like, Damsey, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's useful for me because I don't
Mark,
remember shit. But I guess it can be very useless for you.
It's very useless. Like, I'm like, yeah, there's stuff I remember.
So I think my most useless talent is I can do cartwheels.
Oh.
But like,
why was I excited
Where
about
are we going with those?
you see, like, where am I? Like, what? To what end?
fun
But I
to
can
do.
do them.
Isn't it fun to do? Like
It
on
is.
a random.
It really is fun to do.
I'm going to work on my cartwheels, guys.
It really is fun to do.
Hey,
For sure.
elephants
I'm
don't
inspired. Remember, I am in human form though. So
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
we shall take advantage. We shall take advantage of this avatar. Yeah.
You people are talented.
I hope yours is not frying fish.
I don't know. I know it's not. But in spirit of Akeine's talent, I think for me, mine is I can push my tongue up to here.
I want to see that. I want
I
to
can't
see
do
that.
it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it on camera. You see, here's the thing.
Do it or you're lying.
When people were saying show us, I didn't say anything. I was quiet.
Or you're lying.
But
What if you're lying?
I can't do it on camera because
Why?
You have to.
it will be used against
How do
me
we
in the
know?
future. Just know I can't.
How do we know
Just
you're
know I
lying?
can't. Just know I can't. If you want to have references,
Can you guys move your nostrils as well?
have references.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
also
Actually,
like
I
a
have to
talent.
like really think about it. Oh wow!
Okay, I'm not being weird here.
That's so
Let's move
interesting.
on.
We've learned something new about each other. Clearly, new talents that we didn't know would be useful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I still think Felix is lying though.
No, I'm not.
Because I've not seen it, so until I say I've seen it,
Probably
guys, he's
off
lying.
camera, but on camera.
Yeah. Stay tuned to my Twitter. I will confirm. I will confirm if he's lying or not.
Okay, so next question. What's something your brain tries to will you to do, but you have to stop yourself? And I'll give you my example, just to. So every time I meet a bold man, you get like my brain is like, you know what?
I understand.
Drum code, like do some, yeah, like you know,
Smack
it makes such a nice sound, like. You know, so like my brain is always telling me do it, but the adults in me knows I shouldn't. Bold men out there, don't fear me. I won't touch your head, I promise, unless you ask. So yeah.
But we have a neighbor in office, and every time he comes around, I do this, and he knows that.
I think a lot of people suffer that, like when it comes to like meeting bold people.
Bold man. Bambi.
And in some countries, they think they have gold in their heads, and they end up being kidnapped. And
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah.
They're like, that Kashaino must be from gold.
I had never heard that.
Kashaino must be gold.
I had never heard that. Yeah, so guys, what's
Rub
like
it and a
random
genie
stuff
comes out.
that your brain kind of tells you to do, but you know you shouldn't?
Personally, let me see. Honestly, it's a lot to be like, guys. Let's thank
a lot.
God. Let's thank God. I control myself because. But I'm just going to mention the less harmful-ish one. I think.
Yeah.
Guys, every time I say a cat, I want to take it home.
Oh my God.
I swear to God. Even dogs. Like the time, apparently, like someone was telling me a story about how we went out and then I got drunk and like I wanted to take this dog home. Like, and I was crying. I was like, listen, it has nowhere to sleep. Where must go with this dog? Like, I want this dog. Like,
Oh wow.
so like, yeah, my empathy for animals just heightens.
there.
It's up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mark.
I feel like every example you guys give blocks my mind even further. Like I be thinking of something like maybe I can, and then I hear you guys also like, wait, what? Until sign told us here that we should hide fires from her or candles because she has a
that's true.
an inner
Anytime I'm
aspect.
around fire, that's anyway.
Burn it up.
Mark,
I must wait. First go. This time I'm the one who needs to first cook.
I also may have to first cook.
You guys, you're important.
But I don't have anything this time.
Okay.
I don't have anything this time.
Okay.
Buy another drink. You know when you're like
So first of all, shut up. No, I'm
like you do that.
not accepting
exactly
this
it's a
answer.
problem. The brain is
I'm
telling me
not
to buy
admitting
another
this.
drink,
No.
and yet I shouldn't at certain times.
No, you
But
see
then
the
you do.
problem with Mark, you blame your brain when it's all you. Stop it. No, don't. No, that answer has not been allowed. You have been disqualified
better.
from the game.
Do better.
At
We
least
shall
I
try
answered
again
right
next.
now.
No, we'll try again next episode. Gosh. Anywho, last question. Would you rather always be hungry or always tired?
Bro, as long as I'm hungry, I'm tired. So it's like, what are you saying?
Shit, I'm tired of being hungry.
You understand? You understand? Like, and I'm hungry for sleep from being tired. So like,
No.
If you had to pick between the
This
two
one I have an
feelings,
answer. It's-
uh-huh.
I think
I'd
I'd rather be tired. Me too.
Because
You'd rather be tired?
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Because I still do things when I'm tired, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be drained, but I'll still be on that. Like, if like I hear a beat that I like, I'm still going to record, regardless. I'll be dying.
You
Even
can't
like
record, you
when
can't
I'm
record
recording.
when you're hungry.
No.
Okay.
Because I'll be grumpy. I'll be very moody. Like,
Okay.
everything will irritate
Okay.
me. Like, I'll
I
be
think
ready to
I'd
fight.
rather be tired. That way,
Yeah.
I will be on Do Not Disturb. I only call back people whom I want to call back. Yeah, so tired.
That's
Yeah, I'd rather be tired.
Be on Do Not Disturb.
Guys,
I
have
only
you ever
call
felt
back-
that hunger that makes you shake?
That's why I would not want
That's
to be
why I'd
hungry.
rather be tired.
Yeah.
Because hunger is a whole
I'm still
different
thinking
ball.
about it.
Hunger is like, it kicks into your like survival instincts, bro. Like
Yeah.
That's true. Like
it
hunger
brings
is-
out some
hunger is-
certain beast
You
mode.
Hunger
start
is the
pulling out your
beast
tongue to lick
mode.
your nose.
You didn't even do it, but it's still being used against you.
Now imagine if I had done it.
We have to see it. We have to see how it didn't happen. What's the real?
So
Oh wait, I have one more interesting one actually. Do we still have time, producer?
yeah.
I want to hear
I'm
it.
sure we
I want to
Because-
hear it.
I saw this somewhere online.
Oh, yo.
I saw this somewhere online and I found it interesting. Okay, so if you are given $20 million to watch your whole life so far on TV with your parents, will you accept it or you don't need the money?
I'm
That
good.
be the money that forsakes me.
We shall hustle it out.
guys,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
on that 20 million, I can
No.
afford a therapist, a family therapist. So
I mean, that's also
Together.
clever. No, but they will never forget. Remember,
have to
first
be
of all,
rich.
African parents don't believe in therapy. So, like,
Yeah.
no,
let me tell you, guys.
no.
As it stands,
No.
a lot of families do a lot of shady stuff. It's just that it doesn't come out in broad daylight. But as it stands, they do. So, in brief, my 30 years of existence. Let's
Hey,
watch.
if Quakers I was a person
Let's watch and we move forward.
over here.
Because
There's no way.
we can't be in
Ah,
the
yeah.
second
That's all
world.
that's, sorry,
Great.
that movie shall never premiere.
No, never. We won't even have a trailer.
No,
I have to be
zero.
there when
Absolutely
they're
not.
watching, right?
Yes.
Hey,
No.
20 million richer. Emotionally damaged. Together.
Wow, okay.
No.
And that's it from me.
I feel like
Guys, economy.
I feel like after the pod, I have to ask that same
You
question.
guys,
that
I was going
behind
to
the
say
scenes
something
crew.
dark. Can I say it?
Yes.
It's very dark, though.
I think I know what
It's
you're going to
still
say,
related.
but say
Ooh,
it.
my
I think I know what you're
goodness,
going to say, but say it.
Like, are you sure?
Yeah, you say.
It's a bit-
You say. You say.
Okay, basically, like, for that same question, yeah,
Yeah.
it depends. Like, if they're like 80, 90, like you've run the good race, you've lived the good life,
So-
maybe.
He's basically trying to say when they have little time to go.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying.
that-
That's exactly.
So you only have to
Then
deal with that
maybe.
issue
That's
for
less dark than
So
what I was
basically,
thinking.
Oh my God,
when they're watching, they get like a,
You guys, Damzi was thinking something darker.
like
Please,
when they're
let's pay
watching, they
attention
get
to
like
this.
a stroke from watching what you're watching, and then they.
You've run the good rest though.
But then you are trying to be on
Like,
nature, but you're going to
You
bury
probably
them.
would have
So,
died next week anyway.
I get you. So, in brief, she's on my side.
I love my parents. I hope that. Like,
Oh my
please,
God.
let it
I'm
be noted,
judging
I love them.
myself for my thoughts.
Yeah, I want to know Damzi's thoughts.
So my
though.
thought was like, this is such a perfect question for orphans. But
Oh my God, and I'm laughing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Damzi.
I'm sorry.
Damzi, you, not Ian. You replaced Ian.
Wow, girl.
So, guys,
Wow.
tune in next week.
Let's call it and let's wrap it up.
Wait.
Let's
We're
wrap it
done.
up.
I think.
Bye.
Guys,
It was a pleasure.
Thanks
Cheers.
for watching. Thanks for watching. Shouts to Akeine for coming through.
Oh my God, Damzi.
Ian, wherever you are, we are sending love, light, and prayers.
oh my God, I
And,
believe that God cursed my
We are sorry.
I'm not normally like this, guys. I'm so sorry.
And please, regardless of what has happened, you can still send some comments to 624404. No, we need to go.
Guys,
I'm crying.
if you are hurt, we
Bye.
are sorry.
Cut the
See you
cameras,
next
guys.
week.
Cut. Let's bye. Bye. What?